So the brand split is happening again in the WWE, and if you have been watching me for a long ass time, you know that I am a big fan of the brand split because it was a big part of my childhood when I was a little son of a bitch. And I'm still kinda short, but that's not the case right now. One of my subscribers commented on my video that the brand split is back and that I should do a video about it. A lot of people told me later that I should do a video about it, so now I'm doing a video about it. Wow. And I love when you guys give me suggestions, and if there is a hot topic in wrestling, anything that you want me to talk about, let me know on Twitter. So the brand split is going to be back in the WWE this July. Not only that, SmackDown will be live for the first time ever. Like SmackDown was live for special Super SmackDowns, but this time SmackDown will be live every fucking week. And I know that a lot of people are mad because of that, because it's going to be 5 hours of wrestling. It would have made much more sense if SmackDown was on Friday or something like that, because now it's Monday, Tuesday of wrestling, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the only possible thing right now. Another issue with this is 3-hour Raw, because if you have 3 hours of Raw, you need to have a lot of matches. And I wouldn't be a fan of SmackDown superstars appearing on Raw and Raw superstars not appearing on SmackDown. I don't think that's a real brand split. Raw and SmackDown should be treated equally. We will have a draft this July, which is very entertaining, very awesome. I missed this thing very much. The last draft we had was in 2011, where Randy Orton got drafted to SmackDown and John Cena got drafted to SmackDown, and he got drafted back to Raw in the same fucking night. A lot of people say that Raw should have all the main event stars and SmackDown should have young NXT guys and younger guys who are not as experienced. And to be honest, I don't actually agree with that. I think that SmackDown should have some main event stars as well. Maybe Raw should have more of these, but SmackDown should have like Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, and other guys who are former WWE champions. And a lot of people say that Roman Reigns should go to Raw and John Cena to SmackDown, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, let's be honest, these guys are always winning and it's very predictable. If those two are dominating both shows, I don't think that's a great idea. But we will see how it goes. The next thing I want to talk is pay-per-views. I wouldn't make separate pay-per-views because over time it's going to get boring and it's too much. I think they should do a brand split, separate shows, separate rosters, but when it comes to pay-per-views, you just combine both shows. They could do separate pay-per-views, but I don't think that it should be a monthly thing. Now let's talk about the titles. There is an option that they could bring the World Heavyweight Championship into the SmackDown and WWE Championship to Raw, and I have mixed feeling for this. I love the world title, it's my favorite title design ever, and this title could make more stars. For example, Raw would have champions like Roman Reigns, and SmackDown would have champions like AJ Styles. But I think there is an option which is as good as this, is that you can have one WWE champion and United States Championship would be on Raw and Intercontinental Championship would be on SmackDown. WWE, Women's, and Tag Team Championships are available for both shows. And the third option is that brands are actually fighting for which titles they have. For example, if SmackDown's wrestler has a WWE Championship, it means that SmackDown is a dominant show. Or it could be like at one point Raw has WWE Championship, but SmackDown has the United States Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and even Women's Championship. So whatever they are going to do with it, I would be fine with any option. But I think that WWE Tag Team Championships should be won. So that is all I have to say about the brand split. I'm really looking forward to it this July. And it's going to be a great, interesting summer of wrestling. Another thing people want me to talk about is Seth Rollins' return. I liked it when it happened at pay-per-view, but I hated that he came back as a face and turned heel. That's not good. Anyway, the great one, peace, love and hugs. It's been a pleasure.